Hey, we're live. Friday Night Flies. Take it away, Scotty Holmes.
Friday Night Flies with Scotty Holmes and Big Bad Brad and Boulder here tonight. We've been getting things ready for our next show here. A big shout out to Anvil again tonight for sending us some scissors. Loving them.
Not just scissors, they're very sharp scissors.
Very sharp scissors, yes. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're going to be showcasing them on the show for the next little while and using them up until they're dull, I guess, until we need more. That's probably what we're going to
sure that they're not showcased yet.
Oh my God.
You know what? I'm going to get on that, but I'm going to check our audio because...
Okay, well, we're going to check our audio.
Don't worry, it's going to be up there.
Yeah, so the fishing right now in Pemberton is just awesome. There's great lake fishing. There's some pretty good river fishing. We still got some cutthroat trout in Birkenhead, and we've got pinks or spring salmon moving in there as well. Although we're not fishing for the spring salmons, but they are moving on to the river.
Hell, I'm fishing for them.
Are you?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm out there with a 4-weight, so I'm not really going to be doing a lot of catching, I don't think. I hooked a couple so far this year, and it's been pretty much a spring salmon dominates the whole situation. There's really not much you're going to do to stop a spring salmon with a 4-weight rod and
until they take your fly.
And 8-pound test. Yeah, it's like bang, 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 bang off the water and then gone. Nice to meet you, fish.
Nice to meet you.
So yeah, so tonight I'm tying a fly. This is the fly I've been. It's actually a sort of a takeoff of one of Merrick's flies as well. But it's been catching fish. It's been catching big fish. It's been catching small fish. It's been catching them on the river, the lake, and pretty much anywhere that I've been taking it, I've been doing really, really well for. And so has Merrick. Merrick's been casting the same basic sort of pattern, a little bit different, but the same basic idea, and just been doing really, really well with it. So decided to tie it tonight. It's another jig fly. I'm still pretty much hooked on tying jigs. I really like the way that the hook sets on them. It really seems to bury itself deep in the top of their mouth when you set that hook. And catches fish.
It gets them.
It gets them, yeah.
Okay, so tonight we're going to showcase AnvilUSA.com. They make the best scissors in the house, in the world. Where else could they be? Like
well,
in the
universe. Yeah, in the universe. The best scissors in the universe. Okay.
Well, and you know what? We're going to showcase Pemberton Fish Finder tonight too. So if you guys are out of the loop, man, hey, go check it out. The fishing reports are up, and it'll show the big Chinooks that we're catching too. So check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
So let's get back to the fly. What are you tying here? Let's go down there.
Well, I'm calling it the egghead nymph. And the reason I'm calling it that is because it's got the pink bead with the pink wire on there, but it's got the basic proportions of a nymph. The only thing I would say is it's a little bit slender through the center. The reason that is just it adds to the sinking. It just makes the fly sink faster. And you need to get this down. You need to get this down. You need to keep it there for as long as possible, and get the fish biting it. So
this is a pretty quick tie, I imagine.
What's that?
This must be a pretty quick tie.
This is a quick tie. The only thing that I don't do on mine right now, I do on some of the ones, is I'm not adding any lead. It's not on the materials list, but you could definitely add some lead through the thorax if you wanted. You need to keep the body of the fly really slim. Not a lot of stuff to hold it back from just sinking right down. And I've been typically on the river casting it with probably 3 small pieces of split shot.
Oh, so you're getting it right down.
I'm getting it right down. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Toledo's, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 pieces of split shot on a dry line, no sinking tips, and then on the lake, less split shot depending on how it's going, how it's working. I'm using a full sinking or an intermediate full sinking line.
I mean, the only reason we're doing that right now is because we're in freshet. Like it's spring runoff.
Yes.
Creeks are moving.
Yeah.
In the fall or summer, middle of summer, you're not going to have to let it.
Not near as much. No, I mean, and that's how you go by the day. I wouldn't start with 3, but I mean that's what's been successful.
You want it bouncing the bottom.
Yeah, I want it bouncing the bottom. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna get that one out of there. And before we do, I just want to do a little shout out to this company as well, Hanak. We could definitely use some more jig hooks somewhere down the line.
Hell yeah.
Czech. It's a Czech company, and they want to get some interest going on here in Canada.
North America, baby.
It's a big market. So I got my bead on the hook, and I tie that on. Then I'm gonna get my glasses off, tie my thread on, and I don't really worry too much about the bead initially. It has to sit up a specific way in order for it to go over the eye of the hook. But I don't really care about that at this point, so I'm not really going to do too much. Then I'm going to add my Coq de Leon. When you grab your Coq de Leon, make sure you grab it with the hand that's going to hold it at the back of the hook. It just makes it a lot less pissing around. And then you want the tail to be a little bit longer than the barb. Oh, sorry, not the barb, the round of the hook, yeah. So we're going to tie that on. Too long a thread.
Sharp hooks.
I'm going to establish where we want that tail to end. I'm going to trim off my end pieces just here a little bit. Yeah, so somewhere right around there. And then I'm going to grab my pink wire wherever I have it. Ooh, see, I don't even think I used anvil scissors. I think I used my own scissors. Oh my God. Stay out of the way. So, and then I'm going to tie my pink wire on. Want to keep it on the side. Catch it on the side and keep it there. And then I'm just going to tie it up. Get rid of that little piece there, and then I'm going to take my holographic tinsel. And as always, I'm not like Scotty, anvil scissors. I'm going to waste a little bit because I don't like. I'm getting older. As you get older, you need to have more to hang on to, Scotty. That's the whole thing.
Looking at that fly behind the camera versus it live.
So different, eh?
Oh yeah.
Kind of makes me almost want to tie at home with a camera and a monitor.
So
That's really different. It looks like
recently, so, okay.
a size 2 gammy hook, like, or even bigger.
right there, and then right now this is where you have the chance to just adjust this final, the last bit of where you want the body to start and come forward. I like a lot of hook showing. As I said, we've been catching a fair sizes fish with this, so I still want it sort of coming off the back. Okay, so now we got that done. We'll get
another thing, Scott. We got question and answer open too.
Okay,
so if
well,
anybody's got some questions for you, let's hear it.
do you have any questions? Yeah. Let us know. Okay, so now we're gonna wrap up our holographic tail. Oh no, sorry, what am I doing here? Okay, so now you have to build up your body a little bit. My vise is really shaky. Oh, that's why. I was just gonna say it's super shaky.
Tight.
It's not tight. Okay, so we're gonna build up our body a little bit.
Still focus.
Beads and focus, tail is.
Better? Is it all right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so I just build up a little the body with a little bit with the thread, and then I'm gonna wrap up my holographic tinsel. When you use this stuff, don't let go.
Yeah.
No matter what, if you're building up a little bit, do a couple. I overwrap it sometimes. It's just like as long as it's got the same profile, I'm not really overly worried. And I'm gonna run it right up to the bead. And I'm not being shy with my turns because I'm gonna put up a whole bit of. And this is the point where you have to get your bead sitting right. If you don't move it now.
And walk it forward.
Yeah, and then lock it in there so it doesn't move anymore. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we got that done. Then we're just gonna wrap our wire up. How's that?
There you go.
Still shaking? Okay. So I'm just gonna counter wrap this. I want them fairly tight. I mean, you can count the one in the example there. I'm not really fussy because I'm not really trying to imitate anything directly. Just, and then I get to that point there, and then right there, or maybe one more wrap, and then I'm just gonna wrap in the rest of this wire.
There's your lead wrap right there.
Wow.
There's your extra weight.
And the reason I do this, okay, there's another reason why I do that, is because once this fly gets fished and it gets hammered a few times, that the thorax area gets stripped and there's nothing there. And I was just thought that it would be better to have a little bit of
some color in there.
Yeah, just something else, a little bit more pink, a little bit of, and as you said, it adds weight. So there you go. I mean, that's the bulk of the fly right there. And then you dub on your spiky squirrel, and I tend to be a little bit generous with it because, as I said, it gets stripped.
Is that your style?
And you want to go back to where that last rib wrap ended there, roughly speaking.
I'm looking forward to fishing tomorrow. One day without fish, and I get the
Okay,
shakes.
so throw in a couple whip finishes. Want to get a little bit of a black collar there on the top.
It's no fish day.
And then I'm going to take my razor sharp anvil scissors, and you see that I didn't even touch it. It just shoot, yeah, just barely touched it.
We're making you a believer, Scotty.
No, I am a believer. I am a believer. So yeah, there you go. And I mean, if you want to pick it out a little bit more, you want to not pick it out, do whatever you want. But there you go. There's the basis of it right there. And like I said, you know, I think right now, probably this season, it's this hook's got to be up to hundreds of fish. Probably probably 150 fish so far. So
that's a beauty, man. Okay,
there you
let's
go.
We'll go up top here and do your signature sign up there, Scotty.
Okay, well, Scotty Holmes, you know, really enjoying the river. I just got back, but I wasn't tying for the last couple of weeks, so I was on vacation, and you know, I had a great time. I didn't go anywhere other than up to Lillooet and did some fishing up there.
It was pretty rare for me to see on the river, you know, more than once. It was like a couple days in a row there. Yeah. It was pretty nice to see.
Yeah, I was out there. I was getting out every single day fishing, you know, 3-4 hours every single day. I really enjoyed it. I didn't have the stress of camping. I'm just get to go home and use the bathroom and do all the stuff that's important, right?
Yeah, I actually saw you holding hands with your wife.
Yeah, I took my wife out fishing on the river, and we had a great day. We didn't do exceptionally well. We caught one, but we had a great day, and it was we go out there for the experience, okay? Me and my wife go fishing for the experience. Together, it's together time. Yeah. But yeah, so tie this up. As I said, you know what? I'm really a believer in these jig hooks. If you have a chance to buy and try some jig hooks, give it a try, because they just bury themselves in the front of that fish's mouth and just hang on. I have, you know, out of all the times I've used it, I think I've had maybe 2 or 3.
I lose less on the jig hooks than debarbing hooks.
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah, and this is a fully debarbed hook, so it's razor sharp. Like, I get poked myself with them all the time, and they're constantly stabbing me. But anyways, give it a try. Catch lots of fish this week. We'll see you next week on Friday Night Flies with Brad and Boulder. And other than that, good fishing. Till next time, bang!